Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to this developer's log, so to speak. The first one wasn't a developer's log, it was simply me talking for 5 seconds, speaking a line of an orc, this orc to be precise, and I so suck at that. I'm not skilled in the department of voice acting, therefore it came out bad. Anyway, since then I found a volunteer who is a truly awesome orc voice actor, and you'll soon find out. Put it that way. I've also linked that person's SoundCloud, I think it is, profile in the description below, so you can go and check that person's samples out there. But here we go. I'm in the game now, and I've renamed this follower, quite conveniently, Orc Follower, simply because I don't want people knowing the name of the character yet, because it might not be concrete, but I'm pretty sure it is. So for now, there's no names getting spoken. Anyway, I sent some lines. I wrote some very bare bones, basic, temporary lines. The key word there being temporary, they're not going to be permanent lines into the game, into the to the author, I should say. Skipping on my lines here. To the author, basically. Why am I saying author? I'm too tired. I sent the lines to the voice actor, who very quickly and very skillfully sent them back, and they sound pretty damn awesome. And I've put these into the game, as you will soon find out. Now, they're only basic lines for basic functions so far, because that's what I wanted to keep this test at. We're at that stage. We're very early testing right now, extremely very early testing. I also need to increase the amplification of these voice files to about 16 decibels. That came from the author of Inigo, as that author has also been helping me with a few questions here and there, and I've had a small few problems with this, just working out the CK. Simply, that's the reason we've not had an episode of Mod of the Day for a while, because I've been reading up on the CK tutorials and watching videos for the past like week straight. The free time I've had, I've been spending pretty much playing, you know, not anything at all really, my DS, and that's pretty much it, just to let you know what's been going on. I've been playing a bit of multiplayer games as well, you know, because I felt like I needed a good, you know, break, because I've been into the CK so much, reading about all this stuff. Skyrim was kind of getting on my nerves. But anyway, we're back into it now, so yay. Now, to test him out, here we go. And like I said, I need to increase the amplification because Inigo's author basically said they need to be around 16 decibels, which is the level of a human voice, to match the rest of the NPCs in Skyrim, as right now they're a bit too quiet, therefore I've turned off the music in Skyrim, and I've also lowered the effects so you can hear him properly, you know, just to keep it all cool and stuff. That's the point of this, demonstrating his voice. I'm also having some weird performance issues right now with Skyrim. I'm getting very low FPS right now in Whiterun. You probably won't be able to see it, but I'm getting very low FPS, and I don't know what that is. I'm going to have to find out what that bug is. I've got a very strange bug, and I won't be able to make Skyrim videos properly with that bug in there, because an FPS like that is not acceptable. Anyway, here we go. Let's talk to him.
Huh?
You hear that? Huh. Right, there's several welcome/greeting lines he will say, and I'll go through them right now.
Speak already. Huh?
Of course, these are at random.
Why are you bothering me, Breton?
Now, you see that one, why are you bothering me, Breton? That is a race-specific line I've put in there, of course. Now, as you can see, I am playing as a Breton, and I will go into that more in a second.
Huh?
Basically, these are his lines. I think I've
Why are you bothering me,
said
Breton?
them all. Believe I have.
Huh?
Yes. Now let's go into other functions.
Speak already.
Such as wait here.
Fine, I'll remain here. Might be able to sell some skooma.
You see, this voice actor has done a superb job. These sound pretty damn cool if I'm honest. I mean, they fit into the Elder Scrolls perfectly. Perfect.
Speak already.
Go back to follow me.
Let's keep moving.
Let's keep moving. This is, again, bare bones right now. I'm going to completely flesh it out. I want to have quite a few random responses so it sounds much more realistic, much more lifelike, as opposed to being more of a robot with one response. But here we go. I need you to do something.
What would you have me do?
Now, if I press shift to cancel that,
We finished here?
we finish here. There we go.
Why are you bothering me, Breton? What would you have me do?
Now, if I tell him to do something, currently he's got one response to that, basically being no problem.
No problem. No problem.
as you can see. Now, if I ask him to do something which is impossible, such as sitting on a chair when there's another NPC sitting on that chair, like you will get, he will say that's impossible, of course. And I wrote the line of, that's not possible, I believe.
That's not possible. That's not possible.
As you can see. Now, I also wanted, just simply for testing purposes, to make him morally against stealing stuff. Just for the purpose of this one line I wrote. But the CK, for some reason, wasn't being cooperative, and he continues to steal stuff when I tell him to. So instead, I will tell him to attack a guard, which he won't do, because I've made him morally against attacking people now. And you will soon hear his response to that line, which should have been stealing something, of course. Once he makes his way around. Must be something to do with nav meshing. Definitely something to do with nav meshing.
Wait.
Has to be.
I know you.
You see, the guard's voice is much louder, as you can tell. That's simply something I can increase. Now, if I tell him to attack...
Destruction magic's fine. Just don't go burning down any buildings.
This guard, you will see his response.
I may be a murderer and a drug dealer, but I'm no thief.
I may be a murderer and a drug dealer, but I'm no thief. That, obviously, that was, like I said, was intended to be against stealing something. But, again, it's a testing line.
We finished here?
Blacksmith in Skyrim.
I need to trade some things with you.
Let the real man carry the equipment.
Let the real man carry the equipment. Just trying to make him seem a bit arrogant, because that's the kind of character he is. Now, final one, it's time for us to part ways.
I'll head back and make some gold. This skooma won't shift itself.
Them blocks you saw in the subtitles, currently ignore them.
Huh?
Now, if I go follow me, he'll have a different response to the other follow me. Before he says let's get moving, when you tell him to wait places and you tell him to follow you again, he'll say let's get moving. This time, because you're obviously acquiring your services again, he'll say something different.
Let's go kill something.
Which is much better. I don't know why there's not a box there in the subtitles. Something to do with something. I'll sort it out eventually. Anyway, that was his basic response lines, and I think he sounds perfect. He just needs his volume raising, and it's pretty much good to go. Of course, I will be replacing those lines with much better lines and fleshing them out even more so. Now, I did say that he has race-specific lines, such as the Breton one.
Speak already.
If I can get it again.
Huh?
It is totally random.
Speak already.
I think he has 4 responses.
Why are you bothering me, Breton?
Now, like I said, I am a Breton, of course. Now, if I go into Show Race menu, so here we go, and I change my race to, let's say, a Dark Elf, also known as a Dunmer. A name is not important right now. Let's go talk to him.
I've learned never to trust a Dunmer.
I've learned never to trust a Dunmer. Now, as you can see, that is a race-specific line. You'll no longer mention the Breton line, which I wanted to include because I want to make it as immersive as possible. Now, let's go down to his fellow race, the Orc. Again, for now, we will have a male Orc, because I've also made it gender-specific as well. So, for example, I'm a male Orc right now.
What is it?
Let's get his race line.
Speak already.
If I can get it. Come on, say the line.
Hail, brother.
Hail, brother. That's the line for the male Orc. Now, of course, he wouldn't call a female Orc a brother now, would he? So I've wrote a second line simply for, of course, the female sex. Which we're going to get to a second. There we go. Like I said, my Skyrim's been performing quite crap the last day. I don't know what's going on. Since I restarted my computer. It might be a boot issue, I don't know. Anyway, let's talk to him again.
Speak already.
Now let's try and get the race and sex, in this case, specific line.
Huh? Good to see a fellow warrior.
Good to see a fellow warrior. So that's his race-specific line for an Orc, which is a female. So you see, I'm trying to create as many variables as possible and flesh it out as much as I can. Now, all that's left to show you currently, what you can currently say is some combat lines. Alrighty then, we're outside Whiterun and I've got our Orc follower, I almost said his name there. I've got our Orc follower in front of a ugly ass giant. Now, just like Inigo, I've decided to add some race-specific lines against enemies as well. So enemy-specific lines, such as giants, mudcrabs, bandits, and the like, simply because I think that is required now. Since Inigo, that's more of become a necessity, in my opinion, for voiced followers. I mean, come on. It's something that should be there. It helps flesh out the character even more, makes them more lifelike, and it just adds more variety to the speech. They don't sound more robotic all the goddamn time. So that's one good thing that the author of Inigo has given to the world. You know, maybe some encouragement to do that. Put it this way, the creation of Inigo inspired me to create this mod. Put it that way. So the author of Inigo has done more than one good thing, because this should be a it should be a good mod once it finishes. I mean, once the story is written out and it's all been fleshed out properly, the script, it's all voice acted, it's all working in game, it should be a pretty damn good follower. If I say so myself, which of course I would do anyway. He's currently got one line against giants, and you will hear it eventually once he says it. I've made their health 10,000 each, so they won't die, at least not straight away. Here we go. Of course, I've turned the effects completely off so you can hear the voice. Being nice, low at the moment. And of course, having one line, he will eventually say it. If he had more lines, of course, he would say more.
Ha ha! These giants are uglier than me.
There you go. Ha ha! These giants are uglier than me. You know, just some. You know, it's just something there going in there. Just like how Inigo goes, "You so ugly." You know, that kind of thing. It just helps add variety and more lifelikeness to the character. Anyway, I'll move on to a mudcrab.
Ha ha! These giants are uglier than me. Mud crabs. Perfect for attaching heads to their backs to lure guards.
And there we go. That's his current mudcrab line, which of course is very temporary. But
Mud crabs. Perfect for attaching heads to their backs to lure guards.
But, you know, I'm just putting random lines in there, as you can see at the moment. And, again, it's race specific. He sees a mud crab, he's in a fight, he's taunting it. Simple as that.
Mud crabs. Perfect for attaching heads to their backs to lure guards.
Now, speaking of how often he says that, of course, with more lines against the race of mud crabs, he would obviously say different lines. And I can also put a limit on how many times he can say that per day or per hour. So, don't worry about that. Now, of course, he also has some bandit lines, like I said. He has several bandit lines, actually. I think about 3 or 4.
Easily blocked.
Keeps the healers away. So let me kill 10.
You heard one there, but the actual bandit himself.
Tell you what, you start running so I can stab you in the back.
The bandit's being louder is overriding his. So hopefully the bandit will shut his ass up.
Killing a bandit a day keeps the healers away. So let me kill 10.
And that is one of them. He has another one which he hopefully will say without the bandit interrupting.
You buy my skooma and I get to kill you, making me happy in more ways than one.
And that's another line. I believe there is only 3 lines, if I remember correctly, and the third line is for a female bandit. So not only is it checking the race is a bandit race, it's also checking if it's a female race. So let me go ahead and get a female bandit on.
Damn you.
Filthy bandit wench.
I swear I'll kill you.
There you go, and it was appropriate. Filthy bandit wench, I swear I'll kill you. That was perfect timing. And he also should say other ones as well.
This what you want, huh?
Let's just see, he should say other ones as well as that one. So the other 2 you heard earlier on should also be said.
You buy my skooma and I get to kill you, making me happy in more ways than one.
There you go. He also speaks all the lines, including the gender-specific line. So as you can see, I'm trying to make this advanced as I possibly can.
Die, you orc filth.
Killing a bandit a day keeps the healers away.
You see,
kill 10.
it's simply poetry in motion. She's insulting his race, he's insulting her job type, so to speak, and her sex type. So I think that is beautiful. And, you know, this, of course, will be very time-consuming, just as the author of Inigo said his mod was very time-consuming, and so will this, because, again, I'm going to completely flesh this character out, because the more the character he's got, the better the mod will be at the end of the day. Anyway, thank you for watching this second
This is the end for you.
development log. And in the next one, you should see some more options.
Killing
some
a
more
bandit a day
improvements
keeps the healers away.
added to it.
So let me kill 10.
Anyway, as always, thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll sort these Skyrim problems out, and hopefully I'll be back with mod of the day very, very soon.